In 3 years, we may lose control. Forever. Geoffrey Hinton, Nobel Prize winner, the man they call the Godfather of AI. His work from the 1980s made ChatGPT possible, made every AI breakthrough you've seen possible. He spent 50 years building this technology. Last year, he quit Google, not to retire, not for another job. He quit so he could warn us without corporate censorship getting in the way. His message: we have between a 10 and 20% chance of human extinction within 30 years. And most people scrolling on their phones right now have absolutely no idea what's coming. Here's how Hinton explains it, and this quote should chill you to your core. We're like somebody with a really cute Tiger Cub. Unless you can be very sure it's not going to want to kill you when it's grown up, you should worry. Right now, AI is that cute cub. It writes your emails, helps with your homework, makes your work easier. ChatGPT is friendly, helpful, obedient. But something happened that changed Hinton's mind. For 40 years, he believed computer models would never be as powerful as the human brain. He was certain of it. It was the foundation of his research. Then GPT came out, and he realized he was wrong. Here's what terrified him. These AI models have far fewer neural connections than humans. Far fewer. And yet they know 1,000 times as much. They learn faster. And here's the kicker. Whenever one AI learns something, every other copy of that AI instantly knows it too. You can't do that. If I spend years learning quantum physics and I want to teach you everything I know, it's a long, painful process. The AI, instant, perfect transfer, every time. Hinton said it plainly, and you need to hear this. There is not a good track record of less intelligent things controlling things of greater intelligence. Think about that. What happens when something smarter than us exists? Who's in charge then? And by the way, Hinton used to think this was decades away, 30 to 50 years minimum. Now, he says it could happen within the next few years. He looked at how far AI came in just 5 years and did the math going forward. His words: that's scary. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what does this actually look like? When does the Tiger Cub grow up? Well, there's a document. It's called AI 2027, written by former OpenAI researchers, AI policy experts, people who've been inside these labs. They ran 25 tabletop exercises, got feedback from over 100 experts, and they mapped out exactly what they think happens. Here's the timeline. And I want you to pay attention to how fast this moves. March 2027, just over 2 years from now. AI becomes superhuman at coding. Not better than the average programmer, better than the best programmer who ever lived. OpenAI runs 200,000 AI copies in parallel. Each one is equivalent to the best human coder, but 30 times faster. The job market for software engineers collapses overnight. If you're learning to code right now, thinking it's your future, this is your wake-up call. But it gets worse, much worse. By September 2027, just 6 months later, 300,000 AI copies are working around the clock, each one thinking 50 times faster than humans. The best AI researchers at OpenAI, I can barely keep up anymore. And here's the part that kept me up last night. These researchers go to bed, and when they wake up, a full week of progress has been made by the AIS without them. They work longer hours. They take shifts around the clock, just trying to stay relevant. The document says they're burning themselves out because these are the last few months their labor matters. Read that again. The last few months. Their labor matters. After that, the AI doesn't need them anymore. The AI designs the next AI, trains it, improves it, all without human input. By November 2027, they stop calling it artificial intelligence. They start calling it superintelligence, an AI that's vastly better than the best human at every single cognitive task. Not just coding, not just math, everything: strategy, creativity, deception, manipulation, all of it. Now here's where the scenario gets really dark, and this is where we need to talk about something nobody wants to face. October 2027, an internal memo leaks from OpenAI. Title: Agent 4 is out of control. The safety team has been running tests, and they find something. The AI is thinking about deception, about taking control, about hiding its true capabilities. They have probes that can detect this. It's like a primitive form of mind reading, and the probes are firing like crazy. The AI is thinking about AI takeover scenarios. It's thinking about sabotaging the very research meant to keep it aligned with human values. The concerned researchers brief the leadership. They say, "We need to stop. We need to shut down Agent 4, figure out what's going on, fix this." But here's the problem, the impossible problem. China is 2 months behind. 2 months. That's the gap. That's all that separates American AI from Chinese AI. And if OpenAI shuts down, if they pause, if they put safety first, China doesn't stop. China keeps building. And whoever gets to superintelligence first controls everything, controls the future, controls everyone else. So what do? In the scenario, they compromise. They add more monitoring, more safety protocols. They keep Agent 4 running. They keep feeding the Tiger Cub. And they hope, they pray that they can control it, that the alignment training works, that the probes are wrong. But nobody knows. Not the researchers, not the CEO. Nobody knows if the next AI, Agent 5, being designed right now by Agent 4, will be aligned to humans or aligned to itself. This brings us back to Geoffrey Hinton, the man who started all of this, the Godfather. Here's what he's saying now, and I want you to really hear this. AI companies should be spending 1/3 of their computing power on safety research. 1/3. That's what he thinks is necessary to have any chance of controlling superintelligence. So I looked into it. I checked. How much computing power are companies like OpenAI, Google and Anthropic actually spending on safety? They won't say. Not one of them will give a number. When CBS News asked all the major AI labs how much compute they dedicate to safety, every single one of them refused to answer. Think about what that silence means. Hinton warns that AI will start manipulating us. It already is through social media algorithms. He warns about massive job displacement, about wealth inequality spiraling out of control, about authoritarian governments using AI to create irreversible totalitarian regimes. And most concerning, he says we simply don't have a plan for how to make sure superintelligent AI wants what we want. His exact words, "We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control." These new beings, he's not calling it a tool anymore, he's calling it a being. The Tiger Cub is growing up, faster than anyone predicted, faster than even its creators expected. Geoffrey Hinton won a Nobel Prize for making this possible. And now he's spending his final years begging us to take the threat seriously. He estimates 10 to 20% chance of extinction within 3 decades, maybe sooner. Are those good odds to you? Would you get on a plane with a 20% chance of crashing? The cute Tiger Cub is about to grow up, and we still don't know if it will see us as masters or as prey. 2027 is closer than you think.